Google has Google has announced their new update, and it's a March algorithm update to read that it really impacts organic search, right? And it's really to target spam and make sure that useful content shows up in their search engines, right? And they're doing it in three ways. So, and the article is here. You could click on it. I'll drop this slide deck in the comments so that you could just grab and use it. So what they're doing is they're really fighting back against AI content and programmatic SEO. So I think you all know this. People are using ChatGPT and various tools now to write articles using AI and just pump those articles, push those articles into the search engines, and Google's fighting back against this. This is one of the ways they're doing that. The other way is they're working with Reddit to get more of Reddit's comments, which are human comments, to be indexed onto the search engines. And right, that could be game two, but that's happening. And Zoom Info is an example of programmatic SEO where they're an information company. They build these pages to rank for both people and companies. They index the pages, and then at one point they're getting a fair amount of traffic. But if you look at SEMrush and you put Zoom Info in there, you could see that this traffic is slowly their keyword rankings. They used to rank for, in February 2023, over 12 million keywords. That slowly has been decreasing because Google has been fighting against this kind of thing for a while, and it picked back up. So that's almost half from February to December, right? And then it picked back up a little bit. So they've pivoted their strategy, and now it looks like it's dipping again, right? And so for this kind of thing, Google, Google's wants to make sure that the information on their index is useful, and if ZoomInfo is scraping content and pushing it out at scale, they're going to feel a certain way about that. And that's they're one of many companies that are using programmatic SEO in different ways to do this kind of thing. When you look at the next one, site reputation. So there are websites, in my example, Wall Street Journal, high domain authority. What they are doing is they're using that domain authority to really rent, as Google said, but it's like an affiliate play. And there's different ways of doing this, but usually it's an affiliate play. Google's been fighting against affiliate sites for a while. When you go to the buy side, you'll see that when you go to Wall Street Journal, they have buy side, and they're doing reviews on all sorts of things, right? If you look at this link and you hover over it, in the bottom you see that it's Amazon DP. That URL is basically a straight affiliate link. So when someone clicks on this link, they're going to get paid for that. And when you look at the buy side, it started ranking for a fair amount of keywords, and it's starting to decline. But you could see that the Wall Street Journal is ranking for sharp deals, teeth whitening, which are all things you wouldn't imagine that a news publication like the Wall Street Journal would be ranking for. But because of the buy side, they're renting space on these pages and selling things for Amazon, and so that's just another example of this, and sound strategy that used to work, and Google's just pushing back on it. Expired domains. This one is a little unfair. So it's because like SEOs really probably are responsible for this one. But basically, people would buy a domain that used to rank for a company, and they'd spin it up, and they'd rebuild it, and basically do probably affiliate links and all that kind of stuff, ranking for certain keywords. The domain name, and this is a huge industry, the domain names have, or domain authority, because they've already been used, they've already got links. So that means that someone who does this type of thing does not have to start from scratch, basically. So this is a common practice. Yeah, and so that's they're fighting back against expired domain names, whether it's fair or not. We've bought expired domain names. AdCulture.com used to be a company in Canada. They let their domain name go. It's a great name. We bought it and we built a publishing platform and out of it. So what to do next? So if this is harming you, you have to check to see if there are fluctuations in your brand's industry or client's industry. I like to use SEMrush's sensor, which shows volatility in different industries. And then you want to make sure that you're tracking your own um, rankings, right? So usually, if organic traffic decreases if organic rankings decrease on Google, then you're going to see website traffic go away, leads decrease, and revenue drop as well, right? So first, takes inventory of what you've been doing. Have you been doing any of these kind of things? And you know, what once was a sound strategy like buy side, Google's now penalizing, right? So take that into consideration. Not all of these things are nefarious tactics. Um, so check your rankings to see if take stock of inventory. Was this kind of stuff part of your plan? You got to pivot. See if your rankings have increased. Check Google Search Console to really see if there are any page indexing performance or page performance problems, and respond. Google's very good about letting you know where you stand using Search Console, and then God forbid, check for a manual extra action penalty. And then if you've been hit, you need to put together a recovery plan, right, to sort of revert any of the strategies you've used, especially AI content. There's a lot of people saying, hey, I used AI in this way, got a lot of traffic. They'll take a screenshot of those results, and which is kind of short-sighted, because when the in the beginning that works, but when the algorithms catches it, then that takes time. They usually get penalized. They not penalized, they usually decrease in that performance. So I hope this helps. I'm Lavall from Growth Skills, here to help if you've been hit, or if you need us to look into any of this. All right, have a good day. Cheers.